Sup shitters, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands and welcome to IMG Reviews, where today we have potentially the biggest review I've ever done. Without hyperbole, literally the longest, biggest review I've ever done. We are checking out a 16-track album by Vices Inc. called An Everyday Hero. And make sure you get yourself some refreshments. I have a coffee that I'm gonna aim to not spill over my keyboard and mouse. And not that I think I'm gonna need the caffeine, I'm sure this will keep me wide awake. We're gonna switch over to here, and we're gonna listen to these tracks through in their entirety, from start to finish. And we're gonna have a good time. I do believe I have listened to these guys before. I have reviewed their music before. I'm very excited for this. So let us begin with Like It's the Last Time. Have I got this? I think I have, and we're going to start with Like It's the Last Time, and let's go. I'm liking these strings as a kind of very subtle beginning. Subtle start to proceedings. Oh, what? An alarm. Hey! Stop. Stop. This is not going to be the next hour, is it? I thought this was what these guys sounded like. Oh my goodness. I love the vibe of this, dudes. I can tell, because the mixing's good. I can hear everything nice and clearly. I love the guitar tone. I love the energy. I love everything about this. I love the charisma and the enthusiasm in the performance. I love the passion. I love the youthful vibrance. I love the little claps they do in between the sections. I love how she holds her voice like that and it sounds poignant. I love how there's a little synthy bit, little synthy guitar bit on the right. Then like these little touches, I got a lot of love for them. And back to that hook. I thought you were done shattering everything. Like these hard-hitting lyrics, man, but they're delivered in such that kind of really mischievous kind of punk-like fashion. It's just a no sort of given sort of approach to this that I really dig it. Not in the sense that it's obvious these guys have put a lot of work into it, but there's je ne sais quoi about it that I really appreciate. I think it's just the general attitude on display here. It's a really cool attitude, I dig it. The drums are pretty on point. I love how punchy the kick is. And the guitar kind of rising into it. Cool, good job having it in the center and then on the sides. Wow. It's pretty heavy in that, but doesn't it? It's really important to love someone like it's the last time, man. You never know when you never know when it is gonna be the last time. Very confident vocal performance there. I'm loving that kind of synth melody on top. Like, it's a sprinkling on a cake. It's actually mastered really well. Like when I was getting into this track, I was like, where are the vocals? Are they at the right point? But the vocals are at the right point in the mix. It would have been a hell of a job mastering this. Mixing and mastering this, because there's so many different elements combating your attention, you know, but they've done a good job. The production's pretty spot on. She hits those highs really cleanly, doesn't she? I love the fuzzy bass and the crisp, the crackling of the guitar riffs, man. And that little sort of lead melody on the left is kind of a nice touch as well. I think as well the chorus for this song, how it kind of splits into and repeats the vocal melody twice in the first half. And then it kind of soars in that second one to kind of contrast. It's just that extra little bit of thought put into that. The chorus of the song is really nice. And like distinct interlude, verse, chorus. It's a hell of an introduction in it. Kind of simmering down a little bit, are we? That's a really great exit. That's a nice outro. It's thought-provoking. It's contemplative. That was Like It's the Last Time. Sweet, I'm vibing with this. An everyday hero. Got a bit of Foley there with the cars. Spider-Man film! I want to say how effective it is, because I know I've listened to Like It's the Last Time before. It's really effective having that single at the start to get people more into what you are as a band. Like if you give them something they're familiar with and then ease them into the new stuff, you know? Because this is very different to Like It's the Last Time. I welcome that. I'm getting kind of an 80s vibe from this, mixed with some of the 90s punk. And kind of like the mid-2000s alt-rock. Good little bits of mixtures in between. I want to sort of comment on the actual distortion tone or the overdrive on that guitar. It's really nice. There's like a fuzziness to it. I really dig it. It can be really difficult to get a really slick rhythm tone. You know, usually the lead is the one that people think is a tricky one. No, getting a decent rhythm tone on a guitar can make or break an album, and it's just stuff like that, you know? I mean, I can understand what this track's about. There's some kind of Sum 41 vibes here. Blink-182. Mixed with a little bit of kind of Paramore, you know what I mean? Like, not like current Paramore, I mean like Paramore back in the mid-2000s. Like, that would have been really difficult to sort of get that introduction vocally. Like, the singer was going for it, right? Reaching that high register. That would have been difficult to mix, to tame that amongst everything else, but they managed to do it. This is the power of decent studio production, you know? A bit of crackle there, so they're really pushing out the brick wall, aren't they? But in saying that, even though I can tell there's a brick wall limiter on there, there's a hell of a lot of dynamic range to this. It's really well done. I'm blown away by this. I'm just gonna turn the camera on. Guitar solo! Well done. Thank you. A little bass part as well. 70 is so peppy, so energetic. I love it, I adore it. I love the Foley as well. I love all these different sort of special effects they've put in there. This is a labor of love. This is a really solid album. This is the kind of album where the band was like, right, we might make one of these. So let's literally put everything into what we possibly can. And that is what they've done here, and I'm living for it. It's an absolute pleasure. I'm liking the addition of that lead guitar in this final hook. There was actually this Australian like rock band, like an alt rock band in the mid 2000s as well that this lady's reminding me of. I hope I haven't offended anyone by the comparisons I'm making. It's just, these are the kind of safe comparisons I'm making here. There's other bands that remind me of, but I'm not quite decided on them yet. And also, like, you don't want to be listening to a track and then being like, oh, they're like this one or this one, because in reality, Vices Inc. are like Vices Inc. You know what I mean? I'll try not to pause it too much, because I know that like people want to groove to the music as I review it. That's a beautiful harmony there. Really effective chord progression too. Like, I would have no concerns about recommending these guys to like friends. Yay, that was fantastic. Well done holding that. You didn't need any vibrato ornamentation. Just hold the note. Make it your own. You know what I mean? Giving it but not giving up. I love it. I'm loving these backing vocals. They sound emphatic. Almost sort of euphoric. But also thoughtful. These 4 chord progressions in these sort of runs of the verse are giving us really nice pace to the overall composition. And the drumming is really tight as well. These guys would be fun to listen to live, I think. I actually am starting to get the impression that these guys might have something special. Like, for real. That this is these guys aren't messing around. Like, there's like some sort of listen to this. Just listen. That's a fucking amazing hook. I just love the energy about it. How everything comes together, how it's been produced. I love how the singing goes over top of the really solid rhythm playing. I love how there's some very light lead playing in the background. I like how the bass and the drums are working so well together. I love this. I love how the tempo and the general sort of 8th note groove work together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Yeah, that'd be a hell of a band to watch live, I think. This is really good here. I'm glad that she did that, and this is one of those vocal runs where, like, if you'd messed it up, that would have been horrendous, but she nailed it. I'm vibing with this, dude. I think this might be one of my favorites so far. You know, talking about how relationships, you know, you have to, like, you have to be a team. You know, it can be tricky to just, you know, admit you're wrong sometimes, but you have to, like, just like with the last time, I'm getting the sense of the feeling that some of the material on this album might be about sort of experiences of relationships and sort of having to make compromises and trying to just find connection and amongst the insanity. And an everyday hero, simply about just being that superhero. You know, you don't necessarily have to have superpowers to be someone that everyone can appreciate, and just being okay with who you are as a person without, you know, these are really uplifting messages of hope. Oh, did we go down? Oh, I like that. That flat second. I love it. Yes. Oh, that gives me life. I'm getting shivers, dudes. I don't even know what to say about this at this point. Like, the teenage me lived for this kind of music back about like a decade and a bit ago. If this had been around then, I would have listened to it non-stop. Adult me is vibing with it also. There's just a special place in my heart for music like this. It's what I grew up with. Oh, that fill at the end. I love it. Well done. Oh, the synth to finish. It's blissful. Gorgeous. What a lovely album this has been so far. 3 tracks. We still got 13 to go. Blessed, man. Arcade Love. Oh. This is very different. I wasn't expecting this at all. Good. Good. It's good to experiment. It's good to experiment. Again, a very 80s vibe to this. I'm loving this synth-based vibe to it. Coming back. What is this song about? Pac-Man! Is this about finding love at an arcade, or loving video games, or... Here we are, it's about time that one of us makes up their mind. Alright. It's hit or miss when we don't fit into this game of an even split, but I know... Hey, we're kind of following on from giving in but not giving up. Oh my goodness, I'm so nostalgic for this, man. Good sense of humor as well. I'm just, like, the story here, the focus is obviously the two on either side, the man and the woman. Oh. Very catchy song. I love that anime! Putting Naruto and Sasuke in a song is like, damn, man. Cool. I love it to pieces. Oh no! Oh no! Sorry if that clipped the mic. That got me a little bit. That was, fuck, that's one of the best songs I've ever reviewed. Like, for real, Arcade Love is a firm favorite. It's so gorgeous. It's so well humored. Oh, I love it. Oh my goodness. Do I have to, can I not just listen to this album? Do I have to, like, nah, I'll continue reviewing it. Man. Yeah, that got me a little bit, eh? Just, it's perfect. It's perfect. Arcade Love. Just, it's the young people having a good time with their lives. And it's just enjoying pop culture and all that kind of stuff. And in the 21st century, I love it. DDR, man. Oh. I remember that. I remember all that. Don't say goodbye, number 5. Oh. Very different to Arcade Love. Where are we going with this one? The range that this act has. Look at what they've been able to accomplish. Like, we went... You compare Like It's the Last Line to Arcade Love, to Don't Say Goodbye, to Giving It. Like, you compare each of these. They've got their own sort of personality and identity. It's really well mixed, actually. The drums are coming through pristinely. Pristinely? In a pristine manner. Very somber, though. Well done. Done doing a double take of those acoustics. Kind of getting a slight Alanis Morissette vibe from this. Gorgeous. Exactly what I needed. Yup. Okay, I just want to say, well done, having those backing vocals as like a pad. Like, it worked in Arcade Love to have those synths and samples and stuff like that, but in something like this, the electronic elements don't necessarily work as well. And that takes a little bit of experience as a songwriter, and it's clear to me the Vices Inc. have got that. They're on that level where they are able to they're able to pick their ingredients fairly well, and in a way that doesn't lead to any regrets whatsoever. I'm just gonna make sure that I go and put that away. but just knowing where to put where is an art within itself, if that makes sense. It's so, there's such vulnerability. I love that little kind of flicker at the end of some of her vocal runs. I really adore it. Damn, man, that is quite sad, isn't it? Sucks when you have to say goodbye to people, though. Because sometimes you have to move on from relationships, you know? You don't know how much you need the separation at the time. But I vibe with this, I can empathize with this. I just want to also comment on that bass. The bass is putting in work, man. But it's so solid, dude. The bass can make or break a song, and the bassist in Vice Inc. is pretty spot on. Oh, is that it? Got a bit of those strings. Got a fiddle or a violin. I think a violin. Harmonies? Harmonized strings. Definitely violins. Bit of an effect on the guitar, eh? It's like when you've got these vocal harmonies so well done, the guitar becomes as sort of like, the guitar becomes like the bass and the drums, you know? Guitar riffs can sometimes distract from the vocals, especially if they're not panned correctly, but in this instance, Vices Inc. have got the vocals are again the forefront, and everything else is a foundation for them to shine. Well done with the toms as well. The toms have come through really nice and clearly, and they're panned in a really interesting way as well. It's incredibly bittersweet though. Obviously, there's a lot of love in that relationship, you know, it can be tough to let go. But yeah, that was Don't Say Goodbye. Number 6, Until It Becomes Forever. Some good flames there on that snare. Oh, you're flirting with that melody there. That was an interesting little sequence there. That's an interesting note. That is a. I see what you're doing there. That's good. That's beautiful. Even when we left this room, we'll play amongst the stars. Like, wonderful lyrics. This is a very low-key little chorus, isn't it? It's a nice change. A lot of these choruses, like It's a Lifetime, Arcade Love, you know, they've been huge. But how this finishes is really creative. I really like how it finishes. In case you didn't know already from me going on about it for half an hour. I like how I can hear everything in the mix. I like how I can tell that there's been no auto-tune or anything added to it. I like how I can tell this is a live performance and how they didn't need to do any sort of beat correction or anything like that. I like how the instruments aren't necessarily sampled. I like how organic this is. Is this the B section? Having that eternal connection, right? Yeah. Really interesting with the guitar and the tom fill. Oh, okay, this is where we're going with this. Like, I can hear their, like, harder rock distortion in there, but I'm glad that they kept it acoustic. It's a nice change in texture. And hearing more of what the vocalist can do in this kind of range is nice. It's still very perky, very upbeat despite the content. There's a lot of hope in this, a hope for a brighter future. I'm gonna need to check something at the end of this song. So it's bugging me a little bit, but I'm loving this, eh? I love how they're taking their time with this track and allowing it to sort of fill the room. Overdub vocals. Wouldn't it be nice though, right? Having that sort of connection to someone like that. Letting it sort of make you feel like... Oh, you nailed that ending. How you rose like that. Again, it's one of those moments where, like, if you had... I'll just be right back. Cool. I just had a moment there thinking, is everything recording properly? Because it would, like, really suck if that was not the case. Just that end bit where the vocals rose and she was on her own. I'm sure everyone knows this, and I'm sure I probably don't even need to be saying this, but one of those moments where if you nail it, you really nail it. You know what I mean? Especially at the end of a 5 and a bit minute song. That's quite a long time to be consistent, and then to nail that ending like that was just spot on. Far from typical. Oh, this has got an E beside it. It's for explicit. Got to use the F words or the S words or the whatever. Well, I'm liking the darker turn it's taken. Alright. Alright. Far from typical. Very different. There's so much range so far across this album. I love that they've been expressing themselves in these different ways. And it's good to be able to hear these different sides of them. Man, that bass has got some presence in it. Rise in the ashes and we'll kick your asses. Nice. I dig that. I heard that. I love those gang chants. I love those chants there. Yup. Accenting that second beat of every run. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. What are they saying there? Overnight. I am digging this sort of general sentiment of Uprising. The passion and the vigor for it is matched in that chorus, dude. Like, so much strength in that. I adore what's happening though, with the really clean guitars, the dun 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 dun, and then like little buzz rolls. Wow. So much. This is what it means to master correctly. Look at the amount of space there is. And all filled up again. Hell yeah, man. It's often the people that you sort of downplay that are the ones that will actually step up at some point. And they'll rise from the ashes and they will kick your butt. And you won't be looking at them to notice. Succinct, tight ending. Well done. Far from typical, really strong piece of music. Your pictures burn the brightest, track number 8. I got a bit of that grit in those vocals, eh? It's very fiery. Definitely sort of getting to the hard rock verging on the metal kind of things, eh? I dig it. Nice little bit of vibrato on that guitar line there, right? Good job. Good job. Good job taking it down. I love it when bands know to like half time or double time. You know what I mean? Like in songs like this? Just reducing the amount of snares you have in a bar can be very helpful. Damn, man, I'm digging that. I'm living for the juxtaposition, like the difference between the clean vocals and that kind of stuff. I can't do it that well, but I can do it like a tiny little bit, like the tiniest bit. That guy's much better than I am, though. Ooh, I like that. Like, But like, they're managing to play within this genre in their own style, which is just fantastic. It's what you need to do. You need to make it your own. Oh shit. Oh, the shade though, right? The shade. Damn, man, that's brutal. Damn, that's actually some really, that's some sick material right there. It's gone from like it's the last time, giving it but not giving up, don't say goodbye until the fire comes forever, to this where it's like, you know what, I tried to compromise with you and I am sick of this garbage and I'm just gonna just set fire to everything. I love that. Some people just don't change, you know? Well done. That sense of humor is just dope, man. I love it. It's on point. I'm loving this. This is fun. I mean, I'm sad that you had to go through it, but still, you know? Oh, that's... Wonder how they recorded the guitars. Whether they use like an amp. Now this is not as stupid as it sounds. Like, hear me out. There's lots of different ways to record guitars. Now I'm wondering if they recorded their guitars through like a guitar amp, or whether they did like a DI, or whether they emulated it, or what. It's such a solid guitar tone. It's very slick. Love replaced with hate. Damn. How she rises like that, I cannot get over how high she is right now. She all the way up here. And she's holding that note, dude. Wow, she finishes that with a stomp, man. And it's just... That's a hell of a repeater on there. That is a kick in the teeth right there. That is visceral. You know, considering her vocal timbre, that tenacity, that aggression, dude. Catch me if you can. Number 9. I'm loving the melody happening on the right side of the cans with that guitar. I love the swagger to that. I love. And now it's on the left. And a 4th harmony? My goodness. Dancing around this vocals in the center of the stereo field. Sorry, sometimes I forget. When I get into music this much, I forget I'm supposed to be reviewing it. It sounds like I'm listening to something from a major label, you know what I mean? Like for real. This sounds like something I'm listening from a major label. My brain's like, there's nothing wrong with this, just enjoy it. It's like, no, brain, you need to listen to it and you need to review it. And you say don't get me wrong, reviewing isn't just about crapping on a piece of music. It's about saying the positives as well, but... Oh, that pinch! Oh, that gave me chills, dude. Can you catch her? Nobody knows, dude. I don't know if I want to lose my soul, though. I kind of like having a soul. I love how the guitar goes bop bop with the TikTok bit. Bop, bop, bop. Is that a guitar solo happening on the left? That's a nice little way of keeping one in the song without having its own sort of defined section. Bass solid as ever. Oh. Interlude time. I will catch you because you ran out of time. So in that development through the song, where now it's like you couldn't you couldn't get there, man. Got luck. Oh. Deal with the devil. I wonder if this has anything to do with Your Picture Burns the Brightest. Like... Oh? Is this from the perspective of the person that was loved and they're like, ah, you thought you could, like, burn my pictures? Well, tough luck, I've caught you and now you'll never escape. Very sobering experience with this song, eh? 16th note groove on a hi-hat, nice touch. Woo! Everyone's just going insane at the moment. Everyone was just going insane there. Everyone was having a solo section. I'm surprised there's drums and the bass to break into it. That was, you know the power of a good hook when you can just have that repeat and you just grow vibing to it. You don't need change. When the song is written well enough that you're entertained by the same thing being repeated, you know you've got a good formula there. But now we're out of the single-digit tracks. We're now going into the doubles with A Lesson in Regret number 10. Crazy! I can't believe it's. Time's flowing, eh? Right? Well, this is very different. Lessons in Regret. I'm anticipating. I'm in anticipatory mode. I'm awaiting what is going to occur. It's very atmospheric, a little bit unnerving. Again, very different to what's become before this. Where are we going with this?
I'm calling out. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody? Is anybody listening?
kind of mournful, isn't it? Damn, that kick's working overtime, dude. Holy shit. Wow, they're really going for 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. They have about 210, 220 BPM. This isn't a grip. Oh, that chunk, that thud. Playing around with that, those palm use is kind of dope. Whoa, double kick? Well done, layering those kicks with the vocals. Like I was considering how like close together some of these parts are. I was expecting the kicks to interfere with the vocals, but they managed to avoid it. They sounded very smooth. Props. Like, well done to the drummer for keeping it consistent. That's really impressive drumming there. Sure, like, it's just kick, snip. As a drummer myself, like, da-da-da, 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 keeping that consistent for like 12 bars. It's not easy. We've got the male vocalist coming back in to sort of work with the lady. Take my blood just to bleed. What's happening here, boys and girls? Take my hand just to breathe? Oh. I'm loving those harmonies, those third harmonies on the guitar parts. That was actually a really cool interlude, like how it flowed back into this hook here. That was compelling, like it. I'm still figuring out this one. Is this about like learning from the dependency you put on the other person for your own happiness? And your own security as a human being. Is this what? Oh, that pinch, dude! No. You think we're going any further without talking about that badass pinch harmonic there? That was one of the best pinches I heard, man. Second only to Zakk Wylde, dude. Zakk Wylde, the king of pinch harmonics. Transition conclusion. What's happening? We got transition conclusion. We sound like we're in a big cavern. Big old windy cavern. Piano? We've had synths so far. Have we had piano? I don't know if we've had much piano. But I dig it. Hey! Again. I'm loving how she's working those O's with the piano part. It sounds sort of operatic, doesn't it? Sort of cinematic. Theatrical. Oh, okay. Wow, alright. Dude, I could listen to her all day, man. I'd love to, like, I would love to, like, work with a vocalist like this, you know. Don't, oi, Vice's Inc., do not let go of this woman, she's good. I mean, you're all good, but she's got a very distinct voice. Don't let go of her, you keep on to her, alright? Taylor McGuire has worked with a lot of singers over the years. She's her own individual. Yeah, make the most of it. It's refreshing to hear a singer not try to sing like somebody else. Where are we going now? Number 12. With you again?
The moment I say goodbye to you,
Oh my goodness, it's so pretty.
know that it will be far too long.
I want to say goodbye to you, though I know it'll be far too long.
I can be with you again, till I can hold you in my arms.
Oh, the shimmery bit. I love the shimmers. I want one of those, dude.
How can
For real.
I help but want to hold you, to feel you, to touch you, to see you, to kiss you, to love you.
So a longing for that person that's missing from her life.
You're all I want, you're all I breathe, you're all I dream. You're my whole world, you're my whole heart, you're my whole life. The hours without you pass too slow. I know that it will be far too long.
Good job having the drums only come in at this point. I don't think... I agree with the decision to have not had the drums come in until the halfway point. Having just the bass and the guitar was poignant. It's all it needed. Having that minimalist approach was nice. It contrasts perfectly with a lot of the tracks in here where the drums are coming straight away. This didn't need it. We're gonna have a big hook at the end. Gonna have a big chorus.
You take my breath away, the air escapes my lungs, and my heart beats faster when you're near.
How lovely.
Feels like I'm dying just to know you. The truth that I just can't try to hide. For now I'll see you in my head, till I can be with you again.
Wonderful. Now, I will just be right back. Alright, it's kind of surreal that we only have 4 tracks to go, right? It's kind of surreal. What a ride, man. What a ride. We got Twinkle Twinkle Little Star next, which I think is a song I am familiar with. Have we got these headphones on the road? Hmm? Hmm. That's adorable. I love it. I live for that. I live for that cute little rendition. Loving the ukulele with it? No! I love it. I love this. I love this. I love this. Oh my goodness. No. I love this. I am in love with this. They've made it their own, haven't they? Sorry, like... I just couldn't handle how... I couldn't handle that youngins cover of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And then when they came in on the intro of like the full band, it's just... This is the kind of creativity, the kind of passion that I think all musicians need. This is honestly one of the most beautiful versions of Twinkle Twinkle I've heard in my life. Probably my favorite. Probably my favorite version of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. That was a really interesting inclusion into this album. I'm wondering what this is referring to. Did they have like a... The relationship that they've been speaking about, was there like a kid involved? Did they have a kid? Is that the kid singing with the mum? This is Worth an After, by the way. Track number 14. It's just that, like, I loved the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star cover. I'm just trying to pick up where it would be in respect to everything else. I'm assuming that might be the part of it. And that's just so cool. Oh, this is illustrious. She's angelic, isn't she? wonder where they were going with this, because this is a 7.5 minute long track.
You might do the work and get nothing back.
Oh. Alright.
Pay the bills and have people screaming, screaming.
Oh, the guitar tone's very intriguing. Again, moving those vocals to the side of the stereo field is a nice touch. It changes the... Oh. So that was a bridge going into a chorus?
No one gives a fuck.
If you want to be somebody, nobody gives a fuck. I was wondering when we were going to... Because he had an E beside the name. I was wondering if we were going to get the fuck word, and that's good. I dig it. That's the nihilism I was looking for. Dig it. Well done.
That's the way it goes. You might do the work
Ferocity, dude.
and get nothing back.
Trying to figure out if it's like an extended chorus or if it's like an A-B just with both of them being repeated or what. Or maybe... What? Yeah, this is more about the overall message than telling a big story. Oh, this is their big old multi-section piece, isn't it? Good. Good. This is the aggression that I was wondering if we were going to return or not. Kind of reminds me a little bit of some of the American Idiot stuff from Green Day and, you know. I love it when bands like create a song like this and they do have like multi parts and they go through this sort of little epiphany. Sometimes 3.5 minutes is not enough. He does. It's a pretty savage instrumental, to be fair. Yeah, the status quo could be kind of brutal, can't it? Ah, I see, this is the main kind of theme. One last sort of bit of defiance. That gang chanting in the background. Oh yeah, get into it. A sort of indifference after you've been screwed over and over again. I can empathize.
Make some music. No one gives a fuck.
Damn. I feel like that should be like stapled on every artist and band's fridge. If you want to make music, nobody gives a fuck. B2S1 FM.
Cause rage ignites the world, fighting all of humankind. Lets the anger blind his eyes.
Weiß Bescheid. Nintendo.
So you say you have to go. There's something you should know. I would never hold you down. Every day always seems to start the same. Endless weeks without escape. Funny how the Mondays always seem to take the fall, when in reality we all. Brightest Inc.
Yay! The star of Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars returned. I love it. I'm gonna turn the camera back on. We're about to do our conclusion. Got one more song, cause I. Been a big journey, guys and girls. Men and women, everyone is all good. Gotta cause I.
I want to say that I love you. I want to know you feel the same, 'cause I need you forever. 'Cause I don't want to.
I'm a sucker for this.
Just I love you forever. Just I don't want to say. Goodbye.
What a way to finish. That's the Future. Future singing their first song. Well, the second song after Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Carrying on the legacy of Vices Inc. Carrying on that same message of love and hope for a better future, even after all the BS. What a journey. What a journey we've been on today with An Everyday Hero by Vices Inc. This review will probably be about an hour and 10 minutes or so. So I won't keep this conclusion to another half an hour or anything ridiculous like that. A lot of what I wanted to say I've already said in this review. So if you've skipped to the end of the hour without listening to the music, just to hear what I had to say about it, you're going to have to go and listen to the music for a fair bit of it. But to the key points here, I think if we were to break it down, compartmentalize it, I think the vocal performances were spot on. A wide range of different feelings, emotions, messages were communicated and evoked. And, you know, from the cleans, fragile, soft cleans to having the grit and the growls and the shouting and the really visceral rage at parts, from the lows to the highs. The vocals were one of my favorite things about this. It's just using them as pads, main melodies, double recordings, the male and female teamwork, you know, like the guy, it's just stellar. Just really stellar stuff that I cannot even begin to fault for a second. I cannot begin to appreciate the amount of work and effort that went into creating this album. You know, as per worse than after, yeah. Honestly, I'm sure that a lot of musicians have just felt like nobody cares about what you want to do if you make music, you know. It's incredibly soul-crushing sometimes when you look at what people have gone through to make it, but I genuinely, like without a doubt, have no... Vices Inc. are gonna go places. I swear they are, because they're just so good. It's just about giving them a chance. Because that's the thing, that's the key determinant of whether a band succeeds or fails. No band ever fails. What I mean is like fails to make it. No, really to make it to a point where they can do it as a job, where, as you know, they can tour or make somewhat of a living off of music, is having that chance and not sort of fucking it up. That's the determinant. I think that Vices Inc. deserve that chance if they haven't had it already. I think that they deserve the chance for people to get to know them better and to love them for who they are. They've got a phenomenal personality. The material within this album is so... It revitalizes my faith in the future of the music industry. It's so them. It's so unique to who they are as people. There's so many different instruments involved. There's so many different creative choices. There's so many little nods to different genres of music. We've had some blues, some rock, some punk, some metal, some kind of electronic synthy stuff. There's some, you know, post-rock, all sorts of different vibes here. We've even had like little piano bits, instrumentals, or vocal R's and stuff. And we've even had Twinkle Twinkle. You have Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in this album. And on top of that, the production, the mixing and mastering and recording was sensational. I love it. This is basically a perfect album for me, without fact. This is in my top 10 albums I've reviewed. Potentially the top 5, just because of how magnificent the journey was. There was no point listening to this where I was like, I want this to be over. In fact, part of me is very sad that it is over. But it has to end, because you cannot expect artists to make songs for you infinitely. This is Vices Inc. This is an act where they have made an album, and again, they deserve that chance. And to me, they've nailed it. The performances were on point. The delivery, the ideas, the themes are ones I think a lot of people will be able to empathize with and understand. There's literally no excuse for people not to fall in love with at least one, if not all the material in this. There's no weak tracks that I can see here. I think that Like It's the Last Time was a fantastic way to enter, as it's a single I personally am familiar with, something they previously released, and because I was just exactly what was needed. And it harkens back, I think, to one of the earlier tracks in the album. But that's basically my review of An Everyday Hero. I am hoping that there is no issues with me being able to edit this in post, because this is a very long review to edit. But thank you for watching it. My review of An Everyday Hero by Vices Inc. Please do check out their various social medias and their Spotify. Stay cool, stay safe. Please remember to support your local musicians now. At this point in time, I need the hell more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on, and I will catch you in the next review. Spider hands out.